Join us to talk about the impact that the draft had on some of our local businesses in West Bloomfield. We have Area Director of Sales and Event Management for Hilton Hotels, Amber Barnette. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Such a wonderful opportunity.
We're
Good
talking
morning.
about we're talking about the impact that the draft had on our local communities. You being ahead of one of the hotels here locally, can you just talk about how that experience from the draft kind of affected your local hotel business?
The experience from the draft helped us tremendously. We were sold out that entire weekend. On the weekends, we are pretty much sold out, but that experience definitely helped our hotels. Both of them here in West Bloomfield, folks had an amazing experience, and it was something different. The NFL draft was something different experience for the guests.
Wait a minute, did you say sold out?
Sold
100%
out.
occupancy?
100%. That is
Whoa,
correct.
whoa. Okay, and just for clarification, you actually are area director of sales and event management for the Hampton Inn, Southfield, West Bloomfield, and Hilton Home Two Suites, West Bloomfield also. So both of them right there on Northwestern Highway also, just so we can give a little bit more context. Now with 100% occupancy, Amber, I know it wasn't the easiest task. Can you describe some of the unique challenges and opportunities that arose from hosting that large influx of people?
Well, there really wasn't any challenge. We always are ready
Mm,
and always stay prepared. Yes, we not to say that the whole entire hotels were sold out due to the NFL draft.
right.
We did have a lot of groups, but I do feel that a lot of the overflow uh, of the hotels from downtown impacted us and folks willing to do a longer distance.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of folks did last minute traveling, so that weekend picked up a lot of last minute rooms that caused us to be sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Looking and changing rates to help accommodate guests, comparing rates. A lot of folks were sold out. We were the only folks that had rooms.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, and everyone had a good experience.
Yeah, put your head on my pillow. We got a
Yeah,
room for you. I get it.
we have a
That's
room
nice.
for you.
Yeah.
Everyone's sold out.
Right here. Okay, so I want to talk about you said your team prepared for it. Wasn't too many challenges. So that means that you all prepared well in advance. Can you talk about your team's preparation for such a huge event? Was there any special training or anything?
No, not necessarily because we're used to big events. We're
Mm,
used to big groups,
mm-hmm.
small groups. We're a small hotel. The Hampton's 89 rooms, the Home Two's 91. So
Uh,
we're always properly staffed. So at any time, at any moment, if there's a big event, a small event, we're going to be ready.
Love that. Right here on the Splash
Hmm.
Live with me, Area Director of Sales and Event Management for Hilton Hotels, Amber Barnette, talking about how the NFL draft in Detroit impacted the local community and businesses. With it saying hotel occupancy rates peaked at 92% during the draft, with significant increases on the surrounding days. Now, kind of getting back to that also, have you received any feedback from the guests? Now, with people traveling, like we said, over 100 miles, some of them, over 30% of them traveling over 100 miles. Any feedback from people maybe out of town, out of state, about some of the services that you provided?
Oh, they loved it. The general managers of both hotels let me know. Said the guests loved the experience. They said they will come back to Detroit more often. We really set a tone for a lot of states, countries. The guests had a good experience. Guests always have a
Good.
good experience when they come to our hotels, but to be able to go to Detroit to experience the NFL draft, it made a super positive experience
I
for them.
love that. I love that. But what are your thoughts in regards to, since I would think we all here in the Metro Detroit area would say it was a very successful event, right? With that being
Yeah.
said, how do you feel like the success of that NFL draft can potentially affect or have the potential for other large events in Detroit or the Metro Detroit area, which could also affect local businesses? How do you feel like that draft is going to continue with that?
I feel what everyone coming down to the city, they seen what we were able to do. They seen how the city was able to come together.
Mm-hmm.
Businesses downtown bloomed. There were so many businesses that were ready. Everyone was prepared. Folks were excited just to see just our state and how we have changed so much. So I think the NFL has definitely opened up eyes for a lot of folks, for them to say, hey, I definitely want to come back. We're going to spend time here. I'm going to do business in Detroit or in
Hmm.
Michigan, West Bloomfield. I'll be out here more often. I think it just opened eyes for more people to say, like, wow, they're really doing some things there.
Nice. And that's what I think we all appreciated. People seeing
Yeah,
Detroit in the metro Detroit area in a new light, just showing it what we
in a
had to
new
offer
light.
and how great it was. And continuously, like we said, encourage other people to bring new things here and help us grow. Lastly, before we get out of here, other local events, not just Detroit, but right here in West Bloomfield, Oakland County, things of that nature. We even have the Orchard Lake Fine Arts Show coming up real soon. How do you
Yeah.
all prepare for other local events, or are there any other local events that happens annually that you all try to anticipate? I should say.
Oh, yes. As an area director of sales for both of the West Bloomfield properties, I am all over events. So just making sure that we continue to stay properly staffed. Everyone's always on training, coaching, learning from previous experience, anything that we can do better from the last person experience. If we were great, let's try to be better and greater, because this is folks home away from home. So we just try to just make sure we're just staying on our game and never getting too comfortable.
Good point. Good point. All right, so I want to give you this opportunity right now, Area Director of Sales and Event Management for Hilton Hotels in West Bloomfield, Amber Barnette. When there is something happening in the Metro Detroit area, why should they stay at Home 2 Suites by Hilton or Hampton Inn right here in the West Bloomfield area? Why?
We're in the prime area. There's plenty to do. Home two suites. It's wonderful. Wonderful breakfast. Both hotels has wonderful pools. Both hotel has pools, breakfast, meeting room. It'll be your home away from home. The Hampton Inn has kings and two queens. So the difference between the two, kings and two queens.
Mm,
Home two has kings. Yes, that is the difference. You're in a prime area. Both hotels will treat you like family, and it'll be a great stay experience.
I love that. I
They have
love
great
that.
standards.
And you sold me already, and we appreciate it. Thank you for the work that you've done and the work that you are continuously doing to provide great, great hospitality for people who are coming to the Metro Detroit area for the first time. Thank you
Of
again to Amber
course.
Barnette,